Are you really in control of your life, or are you living the life that you think you should be living? Are you a slave of your conditioning, your environment, and society? Or are you living a life in alignment with your soul? My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialize in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. Are you really in control? We think we're in control, but you have to ask yourself this question, and I've said this over and over again. Does this make you happy, or does it make society happy? Are you living as a product of your conditioning, or are you living a life that is truly in alignment with you? And that's something we really need to ask ourselves, because are you living for you? Are you saying yes to what you want, or are you living a life you think you should be living, that you've been told to live, that you've been conditioned to live? Are you living the dreams of your parents, of your peers, of your community? Or are you really breaking inside that box? And this is the thing, this is a whole matrix thing, which pill are you going to fucking take? Do you really want to go back to sleep, or do you want to wake up? A lot of us, I was conditioned once, you know what I mean? I was always open-minded. I was always eccentric. I always thought outside the box. But when I was allowing myself to be conditioned, when I was in the wrong relationships and I was following everyone else's rules effectively, I lost my way. So I was living as a product of my environment, and I was living in a conditioned reality. So I thought that was the way life had to be. I thought life was bad luck. I thought we had to go around in circles. I thought there was no such thing. We're living to die, and we're all afraid of death. So we're literally living every day scared fucking shitless because of the system. And that's it. It's if you don't do it the way they tell you to fucking do it, you're going to fucking die. You're going to fucking die anyway, so you may as well do it having fun. And what I mean by that is do it with purpose. Do it with fucking purpose. Is your purpose doing the thing that everyone else did? Walking, following those sheep off the cliff? Are you saying yes to you, or are you saying yes to everyone else? You have to ask yourself this. Ask yourself this question. I'm blowing the face from saying this. Did you plan your life for you? Or did you plan the life that was given to you by your parents? Go to college, get a job, build a house beside your mother, have to, marry the farmer down the road, have these many children. Is that really what you wanted? Or is that what everyone else before you wanted? The amount of people I see getting married and having a kid straight away, it's go live your life, go travel, go do something else for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And it's literally you're doing everything that everyone else has done. You think that that's happiness. And I'm not saying having children and having a family isn't happiness, but are you actually happy? Or did you settle? Did you settle for somebody who looked good on paper? Someone your parents approved of? Or did you actually fall in love with your soulmate, your twin flame, whatever? Did you actually find the person that was in alignment with you? Or did you choose somebody that your parents chose? You know what I mean? We don't have arranged marriages in Ireland, but we effectively do, because you're constantly looking over your shoulder going, would mammy fucking approve of her? Would mammy approve of him? That kind of way. It's literally you're questioning that. You're not asking yourself, do I approve? Do I like this person? Do I like this thing? The same with career. Following your purpose path. Are you doing the job that you were told to do? Become a cop, become a doctor, become a lawyer. These are the three main ones. Do you know what I mean? Do the thing that we told you to, or be a priest. That was another one in Ireland. Do you know what I mean? If you don't be a priest, a guard, or a doctor, you're fucking useless. Get the fuck out. Do you know, effectively that was it. It's do one of those jobs, or we won't be proud of you. We won't approve of you. But don't do art. Don't do music. Don't do anything like that, or you'd be looked at. What would the neighbors say? Do you know, this kind of thing? And this is what you have to ask yourself. Are you literally living this? You think you're in control. You think you have everything down, but you don't. You're playing by your parents' rules, because you're either still living at home or you're still being approved by them. Everything you do is what will my parents say? What will the fucking neighbors say? Do you know, it's literally, what will my friends say? Oh my God, I cannot do anything. Let's just do everything they do. Even if it's toxic, let's do everything they do. Because if I think for myself, if I use my own brain, they're going to think I'm fucking weird. I'm glad that I'm fucking weird, because I do use my own brain and I don't fit in the little box. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking outside the box. Actually, the box is burned. There's no box. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. and I said this before, do you really think that beyond the moon, there's a fucking wall? And there's nothing there. There's nothing outside the cosmos. There's nothing. That we're the only things, and this is our destiny to do the thing that they always fucking did. To be a slave to the fucking system. To be a product of our conditioning. Is that all? Is that all we're here for? Or are we here for purpose? Are we here for more? And this is the thing when you wake up. When you unplug from the matrix, you can't get plugged back in. Well, let's hope you can't. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, like, it all depends on your environment. Because, like, you know, I went through a relapse at one stage because I spent too much time in the negative energy. I was already awakening, but I went back down and I lost all sense of self because I wasn't making the decisions I needed to make. And this is the problem. You know what I mean? If your environment is toxic, if your environment is bringing you back down into that conditioned reality, this is when you have to really wake yourself up and get your shit together. You literally have to kind of go, this is toxic, this is not for me anymore, I have to break out of it. And this is the thing. Every time you ask a question of, why am I here? Is there more? And this, you become like a fucking nerd when you start to wake up to the truth, when you take the right pill. Do you know what I mean? You literally, you wake up to everything. Everything you've ever known was a fucking lie. Everything they told you was a lie. Everything your parents told you was a lie. And they're not deliberately lying to you. They believed it as well. They still fucking believe it. They're still in their fucking box. Do you know what I mean? And like, you question everything. And I love this about, well, it's a bit crazy. You literally go through an existential crisis when you go through awakening. You literally your whole world gets shaken up. Everything falls apart. And you're literally kind of going, am I fucking crazy? Because I'm thinking differently now. And everyone else is thinking the same. But that's the good thing. That's a really, really fucking good thing. Do you know what I mean? So, like, you know, you have to start thinking differently. Because everything is different. Like, our reality isn't what we thought it was. And we get to choose. We get to choose to wake the fuck up. You know what I mean? And people are going to be all like, oh, spiritual awakening. I'm not a spiritual person or whatever. It's not like you're a spiritual being living a human experience. So, you know, you're naturally spiritual, but you just haven't been allowed to remember. We came here with spiritual amnesia. And because of our conditioning, we were told, don't think for yourself. Don't ever think for yourself. Don't leave the village. Don't go outside the fishbowl. Don't have ambitions. Stay here. Stay conditioned. Follow the sheep. Off the fucking cliff. This is what you do. This is all you do. Live to die. That's it. No existing. Just die. Or just existing, not living. And that's it. Like, do you really think that's all there is? Living Monday to Friday for the weekend. Then going back to work Monday to Friday for the weekend. You know, same shit, different day, hamster wheel of life, you know, over and over and over again. You know, marrying the person that you think you should marry because your parents approve. Living in a house beside your parents because your parents approve. Don't leave me, don't leave the village, don't ever go away. I need ya. No, get out of the fucking village, get out of your parents' house, get the fuck out of the fucking fishbowl and jump into the sea. This is it, like, you know what I mean? Like, we have so much at our fingertips, and this is it, like, when I lived in the village, I had no dreams, I had no ambitions, I was conditioned, I went to work instead of going to college, do you know what I mean? And I literally had no dreams except to be in the pub every day, because that's what my environment allowed. And that was it. And then I started to leave the village and go outside the village. And I was like, these cities and these towns were like so big. And I'm like, oh my God, there's more to the world than this little village. And that's effectively it. Do you know what I mean? If you're living in a tribe in the middle of in the middle of a forest, and you go, the forest is huge. And you're going on adventures and everything. And there's nothing outside the forest. And you're told there's nothing out there. And you can't go and leave the forest because there's danger there. You're going to get killed if you take a risk. Don't ever leave your home. And that's what we're being told. Don't leave the village. You're going to die. And it's like, we're not in a cave anymore. There's no saber-toothed tigers outside the fucking village. And then when you actually do get a chance to leave the village and you're like, there's more to this world. And that's like a metaphor for what reality is. Because when you leave the box of your conditioned reality, you get to go, wow, there's magic here, there's adventure, there's something different than what I've been told. So you actually start to go, was I living for me or was I living for them? Was I living for society or was I living for myself? Was I doing what my parents wanted me to do or was I living for me? Or was I doing what all my friends wanted me to do? Was I being peer pressured into the life that I was living? Effectively. And it's not peer pressure, it's environmental conditioning. Like you are what you eat effectively, but like you are what you surround yourself with. You're the average of the 5 people you spend time with. So if you're spending time with your parents, still, all the time, listening to their old-fashioned belief system, if you're spending time with people who still live in the fucking fishbowl village, and all they believe is everything that their parents believe, then you're blocking yourself off. You've got blinkers on to the real world, the real reality, because you're listening to all of these people in this little box. And they're all saying to you, don't go outside the box. There's nothing out there anyway, but there's poisonous snakes out there, like there's there's monsters, there's dinosaurs out there. Effectively, this is what they're saying, is like, it's too dangerous to leave the village. So stay here, wrapped in cotton wool for the rest of your life, marry the person I approve of, and live beside me forever. And I'll be happy. But you fucking won't, and you'll get to midlife and you'll have a crisis. And it's not a midlife crisis, it's a midlife waking up to the truth. Because this is what happens. There's no such thing as a midlife crisis. It's a midlife, like, awakening to realise that you spent your whole life living for somebody else. You spent your whole life doing what everyone else wanted you to do. And you realise that you're not fucking happy. And that's why you have a crisis. And it's not a fucking crisis, it's a fucking wake-up call. Start to do it early, lads. Come on. Wake up earlier. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't wait till you're 40 or 50 to get your shit together and look back on your life and go, oh shit, I was doing it wrong. Realise now what you're doing and who you're doing it for. Because if you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it wrong. And that's a fact. Keep asking yourself this question, and I've repeated this so many times. Does this make me happy, or does it make society happy? And society can mean your parents, your friends, your peers, whatever. Your boss, whatever it is. Does this really make you happy? Or are you doing this because it's what you've always done? Are you doing it because it's what all your friends have always done? Do you know what I mean? The same path off the same cliff. Like, you're going to get to the end of your life if you continue on this controlled path. And it's a controlled path. You think you're in control of your life, but you're not. Because you're not choosing yourself. You're choosing what your parents want. You're choosing what your friends want. You're choosing what your community wants. You're choosing what the little fish in the fucking fishbowl want. That's what you're choosing. You know what I mean? And you think, oh, I'm passionate about this or I'm passionate about this. Are you passionate about it? Or was it put to you as a child, this is what you're going to do? And this is what you're going to be passionate about. And this is what's going to make me money. This is what your parents say to you. Like, you're going to be my little trophy. You're going to do these things that I'm going to make you do. Just for example, you got a choice when you were a child. And it's like, would you like to do this? Or am I going to force you to do this? Would you like to choose something different? Would you like to be a creative? Would you like to do art? Would you like to do something that's not what I tell you to do? If you had a choice back then, of all the many different things you could do with your life, instead of being, you do this, go to college, be this. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Do this club, do this club, do this club. Learn this instrument, do this, do this, do this. And you were put into this little box by your parents and said, you're going to make me proud. And effectively, you end up doing what they want you to do. And you spend your whole life trying to seek their approval, so you do everything they want you to do. But if you had a choice in front of you from a very young age, and were asked, what do you actually want? And you're going to say to yourself, the thing that I want is the thing I do now, because it's the only thing that you fucking know. And you're going to say, but I'm so passionate about the thing that I've been forced to do my whole life. And I'm not saying, you might have gotten to a stage where you think you like, and you probably do like the thing that you're doing. But at the end of the day, is it the thing you're supposed to be doing? Or was it chosen for you? Because you can sit there and say you're in control of your life, but everything you do every fucking day is actually controlled by somebody else. whether it's your parents, your boss, or your friends, or your community, or your club, or whatever it is. Your cult. Do you know what I mean? It's like literally you're in a cult within a cult, because society is a cult, and then you're surrounded by an environment that is like a cult mentality. That's effectively it. Like, you're been brainwashed to live the life that you're living. Like, you know, if you're still in that tiny fishbowl and haven't left the village, then fucking leave the fucking village. Do you know, at least for a day, and figure out that there's something else out there, and ask yourself, would I like something else? Let's try something else on for size. Do you know what I mean? Because I even remember, even as a kid, and it's just after coming to me, even as a kid, and probably as a teenager as well, I don't ever think I bought any clothes or wore any clothes that I liked. Because I was I don't mind. Like, my aunts or my granny would pick out my clothes. Do I like that? I don't mind. And then as a teenager, I'd go shop with my friends, and they'd be like, oh, that's lovely, isn't it? I don't mind. It's like only as an adult I started buying, as a single adult, I started buying things that I like wearing. Because I do mind, and I do want to wear something I like. And like, looking back on my childhood, did I ever wear anything that I liked? Because I was just like, I don't mind. I'm a little robot. I just do, I was shy, you know what I mean? But like, I was like, okay, I'm afraid to say I like something, so I'm not going to fucking do it. And this is effectively it. As a child, you're like, if you say you don't like something that your parents like, they're going to fucking kill you. Do you know what I mean? So like, you have to keep asking yourself these questions. Is this something I like, or is it something that my friends would like, my parents would like, my peers would like, my partner would like, whatever? Are you doing this for you? And this is another thing, like even just the simple thing of being in an unhealthy relationship dynamic. You lose everything. You're like literally being controlled by the other person. It's like, I lost interest in all my shit because I'm going to do everything that you want. And it's like, what do you want for dinner? I don't mind. Do you know, because I don't want to get into an argument. Let's just eat what you want. Do you know, that kind of way? And that's effectively, it doesn't have to be, like, you know, that's effectively what we do in life. It's like people pleasing. It's like, I'll do what you want because that'll make you happy. And I'll just forget about what makes me happy and just pretend that I like what you like. And that's it. You're living a life that's out of control. And like, the only way you can really become in control again is to unplug yourself from the matrix and stop being fucking conditioned. Stop walking off the cliff and start asking yourself, what the fuck do I want? Not what they want. What do I want? And back to the Notebook scene. You're sick of hearing me listening, or sick of listening to me say it. What do you want? Not what he wants. Not what your parents want. Not what society wants. I put that one in there. What the fuck do you want? You want. And stop saying, I want the thing that I've been doing now, because you don't. Not really. It's just familiar. Yes, you might get a kick out of it, but is it controlling your life? Ask yourself that. Because we can do healthy things, but they become an addiction. So like, ask yourself, is the thing that you're doing that you think you're passionate about actually overpowering and dictating your whole life? Because that's control. That is control. If Monday to Friday you're doing work, and then Monday to Friday you're doing something with your community, like every single day, or your peers every single day, the same shit every day, that's you not living your life. That's you living the life that is expected of you. It's that simple. You're not actually in control of your life. You're being controlled by every time you say yes to somebody else. Like, are you the yes person? Somebody asks, your parents ask you, yeah, do you want to do this? Yeah, I'll do that. I'll be the designated driver. I'll do everything. I'll run around after everybody and lose control of my life. And that's what you do. You think that you're in control because, you know, everything's mapped out and everything's in a routine. But it's controlled by somebody else's timetable. It's controlled by somebody else's rules. You know what I mean? Are you able to wake up in the morning and say, this is what I'm going to do today on my schedule? This is what makes me happy and what fills me with joy on my schedule. Or are you waking up every day going, I have to do this, and this, because somebody fucking told me to. Somebody told me I have to be here at a certain time, I'm going to do that. Somebody told me to fucking, you know, live their life for them, and I'm going to go, yeah, I'll do everything for you and nothing for myself. You know what I mean? You're in this conditioned mentality. You're being controlled by the masses, by society, by your parents, by your friends, by your community, whatever it is. So you're not actually in control of your life. You know, wake up. Wake up to what's real. There's more to life. When you wake up, you get to see your life in colour. You get to live life in fulfilment. You're not like reaching for a drink at the end of the week because you're so fucking depressed. You know what I mean? I don't drink or take drugs or anything anymore. Because I did that because I was so fucking depressed living in a conditioned reality. And I literally wanted to escape every weekend. Now I don't need to escape because I'm living in a reality that is in alignment with my soul. I don't need a drink. I don't need to escape. I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're escaping to alcohol, substances, or, you know, distractions every weekend to not think about the life that you're living, because you're literally living to die, ask yourself that. Why are you drinking? You're drinking to escape. What are you trying to escape from? A life that's not even yours. So it's time to start asking yourself those hard questions. Is this my life or is this theirs? Am I going to stay asleep and plugged into a matrix reality, a conditioned reality that does not serve me? Or am I going to wake the fuck up? Because it is time to wake the fuck up. Don't wait for it to happen later in life. Don't look back and regret. Do it now. Do what you want now. Does this make you happy or does it make society happy? Keep asking yourself that question. And leave the fucking village. Get out of the fishbowl. Jump into the sea. Do something different. Do you know, expand your mind and expand your soul and expand your everything. Like, just do something different. Because if you continue to swim around the same little environment for the rest of your life, you're going to live a life of regret. So take the right pill. Take the path of awakening. Take the path to truth. Take the path of alignment, fulfillment, adventure. You know, passion, real passion. You know, not a passion that was given to you as a child and you were told, this is going to be you forever and it's going to control you for the rest of your life. Yeah. So like anything that was chosen for you is not really what you want. You know, you might think it's what you want because it's familiar, but that's all it is. It's familiar. So start to think outside the box and try and discover something that you can control. You can actually dictate with your life and stop saying yes to everyone else. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today. Love nothing more than to help in your path. Also, I have another channel called Aligning with Angie where I share a guided meditation every week. The info for that is in the description box. And I'm hosting a free feminine empowerment workshop next Wednesday, the 8th of April at 6 p.m. Ireland UK time for us women to get together and share, heal and grow and just be supportive for each other. If you want information for that, please comment below.